welcome back to Anime Casuals. I'm Lucky.
Here I go! This hand of mine is burning red!
And I'm Michael. Realize the only ones who should kill are those who are prepared to be killed.
Johnny.
Your darkness swallowed up my son? Who decided that?
Erupting! Burning!
Now all of you.
Die.
Three, two.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Anime Casuals. I am Lucky.
I'm Michael.
I am a Johnny.
And we make up Anime Casuals. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching the casual discussion. I'm not going to make that fucking mistake again. But I remember that shit, bro. I remember that shit. But today we're going to be talking about unexpected couples in anime, which is, I mean, I'll be real with you. There were so many off the top of my head, and then the minute I tried to think of them, it just didn't come out.
Yeah,
but
dude,
luckily, it's Michael's topic, so he gets to start it off.
Dude, I felt so similar, dude. I was like, right when I thought about the topic, I was like, oh, I got so many. And then today, when I really went down to write them down, I was like, I've got none. And then I had to work backwards from there. So I'm going to start with, I think, my most unexpected couple of like anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with a massive spoiler for Hunter x Hunter if you haven't watched that yet.
All right.
So yeah, cover your ears, cover your nose if you're watching and not listening. We're going to start with the King and the Gungi player. So that's going to be my non-spoiler version of it. I'm going to be honest, when watching Hunter x Hunter, which where the anime ends is not fully like through the actual manga. I think the manga still has like a full third left after the anime is over. And to be fair, this arc with the King is probably like some of the best anime arc that's out there. It's really good just for how much they build into it. I'm kind of indifferent with the ending of it, but I still think like the actual anime arc is really good. But their actual names is Miriam, right? I don't know if you remember how to say that fool's name, the king's name. Miriam and Komugi.
Yeah, the king.
Basically, the king is like this all-powerful guy, and he has no like love of humanity. And then he finally meets this girl who's like really snivelly. She's like always got a cold. She is kind of doofy to look at, but then she beats him, like this super smart guy, at a game of Gungi, which is like, I think it's just made in this anime, but it could be real. It's kind of like Go and chess and like a couple different board games put together. And then they just start vibing with each other. Like he's like, I've never met somebody who can beat me at something, because they play together for like 3 days, and usually he's killed or like defeated like a bunch of other masters of these different games. And with her, like she just keeps coming up with new inventions, and every time she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, but they just start vibing and kind of falling for each other. But it's not exactly like love, but you could definitely see like if they could choose, they would be with each other for the rest of their lives. Not exactly going, oh, let's get married, let's love each other. But it was like this really weird, like out of place, like relationship that I really was not expecting, because I thought it was just going to be another big ass fight. It's going to be crazy. But then it turned into that. And I was like, whoa, I got to take a step back for a minute with Hunter x Hunter's like relationship drama that's going on.
Oh, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
That whole series. Even though I felt like that arc kind of ended kind of like,
It was very abrupt, but
it did show some cool stuff. And
yeah.
even that relationship, it's almost I'd call it a mutual respect, I guess. My first one is going to be actually the characters from a recent anime I watched, Other Side Picnic. And I guess it's a relationship that I feel like I should have expected, and I shouldn't be surprised by it at all, really, but I am still. And I don't know, I think it's just because of how the flow of the anime goes. I thought that our two main characters were they were going to resolve their inner issues and kind of move on from there, kind of like a growth anime, but it ended up being more of a a journey that two individuals were having separately, and they were searching for something, but then they kind of came together and found that within each other. So they kind of have their relationship in that respect, and they kind of heal themselves in a way, and depend on each other. And it's a really wild way to look at, I guess, the development of a relationship, because there's ghosts and terrible things. So yeah, but it's still, I think it was just a nice relationship that they have, a nice adventure, and yeah, other side picnic.
Nice, dude. I'm gonna have to check that shit out at some point. So my first one here, I'm trying to think of where I want to start with this. Okay, I'll start off with a good one from Fairy Tail. So this one is going to be Gaggial and Letty. So for people that don't know or haven't watched far enough in, Gaggial is one of the mini dragon slayers that get introduced to the series. Letty
Is he the metal guy?
yeah. So
Okay.
him and this girl named Letty, they start off as enemies. In fact, Gaggial does something really fucked up to her in like the beginning of the like somewhere in the middle of the anime, and just completely like basically almost kills her. And then at some point they just start becoming a thing. And even though it's unexpected, it's probably the best fleshed out relationship in that whole series, which is, I mean, kind of weird. But yeah, I'd have to say them, especially since Gaggial's so like, I hate everybody. And then Letty's just like, I love everyone. It's like, it's like completely opposite, but I guess that's why it works. And it was just really threw me off when they got together. So I think it threw everybody off when they got together. So, yeah, Gaggial and Letty, man.
I got another weird one, and this is from Code Geass. I've got Ogi and Vegeta. If you don't know who Konami, Ogi, and Vegeta are, I had to look up their full names because I only remembered Ogi and Vegeta, which is like one's last name and one's first name. But Vegeta is like is the woman that Lelouch meets in like the very first episode. She corners him right before he like kills everybody in that room, and then she's like, hey, what are you doing here? And he's like, hey, give me your keys. I'm taking your robot and the password. And then he just gets like a bit of information from her, takes her stuff, and then gets out of there. And then later on during the series, she is constantly investigating who Zero is, and eventually comes across that I think she connects like that it might be Lelouch, but by then like he's got her like surrounded, and then eventually she gets like, I don't remember if she gets shot and then she almost bleeds out, or if she like smacks her head really hard, but eventually she becomes like she eventually has amnesia, doesn't know who she is, and Ogi, which is one of the resistance fighters with Zero, like goes, oh, let me take care of you.
Helps her get her memories.
Yeah, helps her get her memories back. And then finally figures out who she is. She figures out who he is. And they have this like really weird relationship with each other. And I gotta be honest, I was not expecting so much romance from Code Geass. Maybe between Lelouch and his like girl that he completely screws her brain over. But and I hope not with his like cousin sister or whatever, that like weird relationship with the other person. He make her crazy. Yes, the bloodline of the royals.
Britannia.
But I thought Ogi and Vegeta was just a strange like situation to occur in this anime. Be like, oh, they're gonna get together, and then I didn't really kind of care about it until they started getting more serious and they knew who each other were. So they're like, well, I love you, but I also like you're the bad people. And he's like, but you're the bad people. And I kind of had to get a little bit over that as the series went on. But I don't remember if like the series really focused on that later, because I think it kind of just threw it away at some point. It went back to the prime Zero and Arthur and was like, yeah, let's focus on this relationship. But I thought it was strange to have that in the middle of Cookies.
It definitely felt like a background story.
Yeah.
Like something I could forget about. And then every now and then I would see them and be like, oh, they're doing okay. Good for them.
Look at those two little cuties.
Anyway, back to political sabotage. So my next one is going to be from a newer anime. It's Bisco and Panda. their relationship just kind of surprised me that it went so hard that way. I mean, I totally fine with it, but it's almost like they're trying to deny it too. And that's, I think, the weird part about it, because I don't care what Panda's sister thinks. She's the mistress. She's definitely not in that relationship. She is the third wheel there. I'm sorry. But, it's a nice relationship they have. And, they're going to enjoy one of them growing old and the other one just being a mushroom man forever. But, good for them. Good for them. And poor Panda's sister.
It's not a love triangle. It's a love V. They're just both towards Bisco.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's the V. Oh shit, bro.
There's the V, bro. Oh my god. So that's a really interesting one, because you can't deny it either with the way it ended. It's like, I mean, who fucking knows who he's gonna end up with, but we know he's gonna end up with. My next one here is from a newer anime as well. It's from My Senpai is Annoying. This is Takeda and Igarashi, the two main characters. It has that, like, I don't want to say it's unexpected. It's unexpected in the way that they are almost like complete opposites. Like Takeda is Igarashi's supervisor or something like that, or higher up. And he's also fucking humongous. Like, he's probably Johnny's size, and Igarashi is like 2 feet tall. Like, I mean, I don't know how tall she is, but she doesn't come up to his waist. You know what I mean? And it's unexpected because it's also, I mean, her grandfather is about the same size as Takeda. So it's like she's been around these fucking giants. And I think she's just got a little bit of that, oh, you're just like my grandpa. And I'm just thinking about, I mean, everybody's head's going to go there, right? Like, how the hell are they going to have sex, Is he just going to, like, fucking use her as a fleshlight? Like, it doesn't even seem possible that this is going to work out, you know what I mean? But it is unexpected in the way that they actually do complement each other a lot. And I don't know, either way, I'm looking forward to like a season 2, because they do talk a lot about, like, everybody's like, oh yeah, it reminds them of like father and daughter, but she wants to be more than that. But I kind of see it the same way. I'll be real with you. I see it as almost like a father-daughter relationship, and kind of was hoping that would be like all there would be. Like, maybe they'd introduce another midget character. Can you say midgets nowadays? I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
Too late.
Canceled.
Canceled. Oh well.
Lucky, you've been on a roll. Like you've been feeling that casual bro energy on the anime casual.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like we haven't been as controversial on that podcast. So I think I need to get it out of here. So there we go.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So my next one is All the Goblins and Goblin Slayer. No, I'm just kidding.
Kind of a one-sided relationship. Okay. I'm still listening.
Oh my god! You want to come over to Casual Bros? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Michael?
Dude, I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, "Oh, this is a bad one." Okay, but my real one is I have like 3 from classic anime, which I'll get to later if you guys don't touch on them. I've got the Panda Girl and Alphonse. It's not really a relationship that's dug into, I think, until Alphonse, spoiler for Full Metal, if you've got it.
Okay.
Yeah, Full Alchemist. If you haven't finished it, which, come on, get with it. Is during the entirety of the anime when Alphonse is like still the armor, which is weird. I'm reading like a webtoon called Suitor Armor, which is all about a girl who falls in love with like a piece of armor. And I'm like, that must be exactly how the Panda Girl felt. Like, she's like, oh, you're so sweet. You're a big thing of armor. You must be Edward's like older brother. You must be so beautiful and so wonderful. It's like he's armor. Like there's nobody in there. There's nobody who can help you. He's an unfeeling piece of metal. Now the person who's controlling the armor, they got a great personality, but beyond that, it's just a cold hunk of metal. What are you falling in love with? But I like they have a thing like I think the last episode
personality.
Yeah, and they're hard. But it's a weird relationship. Alphonse and the Panda Girl at some point have like this relationship we never see the end of, or like the start of, or really anything, because she knows him as a big piece of armor. But just generally, it's one of the strangest relationships that's there because it's touched on a little bit, and then you don't see it again until the very end of the anime. So, I wish them the best. Obviously, like Alphonse, I think he said he was interested in going to the east with the panda girl and like going to investigate that area so that, they can spend some time together while he gets not, abysmally skinny and like about to explode and die. But yeah, that's mine.
Nice.
Sounds like a plan for that guy.
Yeah.
So my next one, kind of go back in time a little bit, to the days of Naruto. So this relationship, I don't know, I might have been alone in my thinking in this, but I thought that Naruto was gonna get with Sakura, not Hinata, early on. I don't know. I always thought, no, Hinata's way over there. She's gone. She's not here. She's over there. But he's always going after Sakura, and eventually, he'll change her mind or something like that. But clearly she has issues. Some very strange issues with this man, and she needs to be kind of how she is in the show, just left alone to kind of wait for him. Because I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, she's kind of a weirdo. I'm surprised she goes for Sasuke so often, and they have a kid. That's a very just, I don't know, just distant relationship. I don't know. I can't call it anything more than that. So that was always kind of a surprise that whole thing just kind of went into that eventually.
Yeah.
So
the kid doesn't even know who her dad is at the beginning.
Yeah.
Lucky, you want to do one more and then lightning round?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Gosh, I'm trying to think of where I should end this. Where I should end my. Let me think of here. Let me think.
What's your last major one?
Okay. I mean, I'm happy for these two, but Android 18 and Krillin. What? Like, dude, this guy fell in love with a fucking killing machine that he knew, right? Like, it wasn't like he didn't know what the future was. He knew that she eventually will just kill everybody, right? I mean, he didn't know any different. He didn't know that, history was going to be changed because of whatever. I mean, that's almost like in the first Terminator movie, if Sarah Connor would have fallen in love with like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know what I mean? It's almost what it would be like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous. And when that happened, I kind of was like there's no saving Krillin, dude. Like, this guy is fucking hopeless. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, he has some like moments afterwards, but and they make a really cool couple. But at the same time, if it weren't for the fucking Dragon Balls, he wouldn't be fucking getting it in that thing. I mean, actually, I don't know. Do androids have fucking? Does she have like a fleshlight attached to her? I don't know. I don't know how it works, dude.
I mean, she's a real person. So
that's
I mean, like,
it's based off it. But yeah, I don't know how deep that goes.
Yeah, she's not a full robot. She's also human.
Yeah,
I mean, that could just be like a literal, like, just outer layer.
That's where her on and off button is.
Oh my god! But yeah, granted, they have a cute kid and everything. That's is that only in GT? Am I fucking making shit up? Oh no,
I think Marin exists.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Anyway, so that's my last one before the lightning round.
I'll run through mine real quick. Every relationship in Orasuki is weird and unexpected, and it was unexpected in a bad way because I was like, who's liking who's with who? Just get the librarian. Stop making this all complicated and stuff. This is crazy. Because like halfway they would just flip flop and be like, oh, you're the best guy, like I love you, and he's like, wait, what? And then the other way they would flip back to like a popular kid and be like, oh, we love him, and then they'd be like, oh, well, we want you to be with us and not the librarian, and then later on they'd be like, oh, we want you to be with the librarian, not us. It's like the relationships are wacky and always unexpected. It was really fun to go through that. I'm gonna go with one that's probably very expected, but Eris and Rudius. I was never a fan of this. Don't date your cousin. Don't date your cousin. Lucky knows.
Simpler times.
Lucky knows about not dating his cousins. And Johnny, I don't know if you know about that, but don't date your cousin. I have Vegeta and Bulma, which is like the classic how did they get together They never explain it, and will probably never explain it. But Vegeta was just like, "Oh, you're smart and hot. I'll settle down with you." I guess his instincts are like, who's the most powerful human here? It's Krillin or it's Bulma. It's probably Bulma. Krillin is strong, but Bulma's literally powerful in human society.
There you go.
And then my last one, because it surprised me the first time I watched it, was Shikamaru and Tamari. I never expected while watching through Naruto, I never expected side characters to start getting together. And I guess if you really wanted to, when you watch Boruto, you could be like Chochi and whoever the hell he got with. But also whoever is possibly Rock Lee's spouse. That one girl who's can do all the taijutsu stuff and has all the weapons. I don't know if you ever find out who her actual mom and dad are, but there's a couple of weird, unexpected relationships like Johnny was talking about, in Naruto. But I never expected Shikamaru and Tamari exactly to get together. It seemed like they were just kind of flirting with each other. And then it was like, oh, no, we love each other. And I'm like, okay, cool. Turn enemies to lovers. We see it everywhere. Good stereotype. We love it.
Nice.
Go ahead, Johnny.
I really only have one for my lightning round, and there's a reason it's a lightning round because it's a little bit of stretch on the idea of the relationship. My last one is Yoko from Gurren Lagann. I always thought it was an interesting kind of transformation she, went through, relationship with herself to kind of go,
yeah,
I'm going to stop using a giant gun and go teach kids. I don't know. I just always thought that was a really crazy kind of a change, and I figured she had to come to some strange terms with herself and kind of reconcile in a way to kind of be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something a bit more caring, generous, maybe kind. I don't know. Yeah, I always thought that was an interesting thing. So yeah, I'm stretching the idea of relationship.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Nice.
Gracie.
Yeah, thanks, Gracie. That's my little dog
knows.
off on the end. She's trying to get in on this lightning round right now, but it's not gonna work, Gracie. You hear me? Watching you. Anyway, my last lightning round here is Kyo and Toru from Fruitsbasket. You kind of expect Toru to get with a different dude in there. I can't remember. He's like the rat dude. But that kind of threw me off when they got together, when they started actually having feelings for each other. You kind of mentioned this one, Johnny, Sakura and Sasuke. I mean, the Stockholm syndrome that has to be there is fucking insane. I always felt like it would be cool. It would have been cooler if Sasuke got with Karin.
Naruto?
Exactly, dude. Well, I knew Uzumaki, dude, because then fucking pain, bro. We got fucking pain. That's what pain is, dude. Get fucking the Uzumaki blood with which is also a descendant of the Senju with fucking Sharingan. Oh, dude, fucking awesome. Here I said Bulma Vegeta. Yusuke and Keiko from Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, it's unexpected.
Okay.
It's unexpected in the sense that I always thought he was gonna end up with what's her name, Baltron, or the blue haired chick. I always thought she would be the one. I don't know. I just thought, I was like, oh well, she actually is knows Yusuke for a different reason, whereas Keiko's always trying to be like, hey, stop your bullshit, But I don't know. I always liked her. Yeah, Botan or whatever the fucking name is. And then
dude, Baltron.
I
was like, dude, you're killing me. You're killing me.
Fucking
with Baltron.
Yeah, fucking Balrog from Street Fighter.
Balrogtron.
And then let me see over here. Do I have any? Oh, Jean and Vanitas from Case Study of Vanitas. I just didn't expect this chick to go from fucking almost murdering them to Vanitas just straight up putting the moves on her, dude. He just straight up. It goes from her being like, I've killed 100 people and all this other shit, to fucking Vanitas being like, but you're still a woman. And he's fucking, dude, he just puts the moves on her. That is fucking crazy, dude. But yeah, with that goes our lightning round. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching the casual discussion today about unexpected relationships. Let us know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Don't forget, you can check out all things casual at the link tree in the info box or the description, depending on what your viewing this on. Also, remember you can email us at animecasuals with an S, real, REAL, at gmail.com. But as always, guys, don't forget to keep
It,
Casual.
it,